Shalom. This is Bob Mendelson in Singapore, and behind me is the War Memorial Park, dedicated to those civilians who lost their lives in the Japanese occupation here in Singapore in the Second World War. And the issue for so many people in memory is trying to remember things that happened to them, trying to remember things that happened to their family, etc. I just attended synagogue this morning at Magen Avot on Waterloo Street, the oldest recognized place for Jewish people here in Singapore, where there were about 75 adults and a whole lot of children running around, memorializing what God said to the Jewish people through Moses and through God back in the day, 3,500 years ago. I am so impressed with memory and remembrances and the idea of imagination to help me remember all that God has said. And I want you in this, in this moment, to take a moment and say, Lord, I remember Bob, and I remember Jews for Jesus, and I remember all those people who are serving you in Russia and in Odessa, who are serving you in London and in Israel, in New York and around the globe. So I'm asking you to pray just now that everywhere we go, we'll share the good news of Yeshua with Jewish people and anybody else who's listening, that God will remember us and recall his promises to us, and that although we don't build such a monument to ourselves or to those who've passed away, that every memory of those who've gone before us, whether it's Moishe Rosen, Jan Moskowitz, any number of the staff of Jews for Jesus, or all those who've served God around the globe for the last, millennia, that their memory would not be for loss, that God would use us in these days to bring his kingdom to bear in Melbourne, in Sydney, around the globe. You keep praying, God will keep listening. Thanks so much. Shalom.